Hi children, welcome to EduCup. Today we are with a new lesson from grade 6 science, water as the natural resource. This is the unit 2 and we are discussing the part 2 from the lesson. So we are going to discuss the part 2 under different topics. First subtopic is type of water based on availability. Can you tell me what happens to the raindrops when they fall on the earth? Sometimes they flow, sometimes they absorb by the soil, and sometimes they gather in muddy puddles. Let's find out the behavior of raindrops when they fall down. You will need these things. After that, put the components of the soil into the glass tank like this. Then pour some water onto the components using tin with holes. Observe the flow of water. The water comes through the tin and fall on the soil is called precipitation or rain. The water which flows through the components of soil is called groundwater, and the water remaining on the soil is called surface water. Accordingly, precipitation, groundwater and surface water are ways in water exist. Let's see what is the precipitation. The types of precipitation are rain, snow, hail, sleet, etc. Surface water. Types of surface water are oceans, seas, rivers, streams, tanks, ponds, lakes, waterfalls. Groundwater. The water in wells and springs are the types of groundwater. Our next subtopic is types of water based on salinity. Why does seawater taste salty? Dissolution of different things in water is the special property of water. Many things are dissolved in seawater. Sodium chloride is the one type of salt dissolved in seawater. This is the reason for the water for taste salty. Based on salinity, water can be further categorized as freshwater, marine water, brackish water. Salt, that means sodium chloride, is produced in salters by vaporizing seawater. Let's see what is the fresh water. The water in wells, ponds, rivers, streams, waterfalls is known as fresh water. The amounts of salt dissolved in fresh water is very low. Marine water. The water found in seas and oceans is known as marine water. The amount of salt dissolved in marine water is very high. Brackish water. The water found in lagoons is known as brackish water. The amount of salt dissolved in brackish water is less than marine water but higher than fresh water. Let's discuss the importance of water. Under that topic, importance of water for human activities. Water is very important not only for the extent of life but also for many human activities. To drink, to agriculture, to wash clothes, for transportation, to bathe, to produce hydroelectricity. Not only that, for industries including agriculture, the sanitary purposes, for household activities, for transportation, for leisure, for water-related sport, to generate electricity. Importance of water for the extent of life. A person who is suffering from the diarrhea has a risk of facing dehydration, may even face death. Also, if the plant doesn't get sufficient water, it gets withered. So you can now understand that water is a very essential factor for the existence of living beings. Let's see how water is important for our life. To transport nutrients to the body, for plants to absorb minerals, for rigidity of plants, for photosynthesis, for cooling body as a medium of living, to digest food, and exterior medium of animals. Water is the limited resource. There are many gifts of nature. They are called natural resources. Water is very important gift for nature, but it is limited natural resource. The reason is most of sources of water are not in condition to use directly. Water covers more than 70% of Earth's surface, but the percentage of water that can be consumed is 0.01%. Can you see the blue color area? Water in seas and oceans. We can't use it. In yellow color, 2.58% water, solid state of water, ice. Water that can be consumed is 0.01 in red color area. Even though water is natural resource, most of people use it in a very careless manner. Think about the amount of water you waste daily. Let's talk about the water pollution. There are some water bodies with different types of waste materials, bad smell and decolorization. Addition of waste materials to water till it becomes unsuitable for consumption is known as water pollution. What do you mean by water pollution? Addition of waste materials to water till it becomes unsuitable for consumption is known as water pollution. Even though there is only about 0.01% of water suitable for the consumption due to the unawareness of and carelessness of people. This limited amount of water is getting polluted. Let's see some methods of water can be polluted. Addition of agrochemical and chemicals, addition of polythene and plastics to water bodies, releasing the chemicals and impure water from factories, releasing the waste materials and impure water to the water bodies, washing and bathing in water bodies. Let's see the examples: releasing of waste materials and impure water to the water bodies, releasing of household waste materials to water, releasing of polythene and plastics to water, emission of chemicals and washing materials to water. Pollution of surface water affects groundwater too. The poisonous chemicals in surface water are added to the groundwater too. As groundwater is used to drink, these poisonous chemicals enter human body. This causes many serious illnesses such as cancers, kidney failures, etc. Precautions should be taken as soon as possible to prevent water pollution. Otherwise, we also lose the limited amount of water that is suitable for consumption. Taking necessary steps to stop water pollution is timely needed. This is what we have to discuss as the third part of third lesson in grade 6 science. Let's meet with the fourth lesson, energy in day-to-day life. Thank you.